All right, we are going to be talking today about the Pandora Papers, much requested segment. That'll be coming up. I want to start with Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp because yesterday, Facebook and associated owned apps and platforms, WhatsApp and Instagram, suffered a complete and total outage, their worst in a very long time, just hours after a Facebook whistleblower was revealed and also made some very, very disturbing claims about Facebook's awareness about negative influence on people in society, but putting, according to the whistleblower, profit over society, profit over people. Now, are the two stories connected? Rampant speculation that the outage was deliberately put in place by Facebook to prevent those very platforms from being used to spread the claims of the whistleblower. The timing is definitely interesting for sure. There's no denying it. Although at this point in time, we don't have anything specific that would tell us that that's what went on. Some people are saying, David, what do you need? What do you need that's more specific? Let's look at the two stories sort of in tandem. First and foremost, Facebook whistleblower revealed on 60 Minutes says the company prioritized profit over public good. Would not come as a surprise to many people that that's what Facebook did, if indeed that is what the whistleblower observed. The identity of the Facebook whistleblower, who released tens of thousands of pages of internal research and documents leading to a firestorm for the social media company in recent weeks, was revealed on 60 Minutes Sunday night as Frances Haugen. The 37-year-old former Facebook product manager who worked on civic integrity issues at the company says the documents show that Facebook knows its platforms are used to spread hate, violence, and misinformation, and that the company has tried to hide that evidence. Reminds me of ExxonMobil knowing in the 70s the impact on the environment that their drilling activity had. Very similar vibes. The thing I saw at Facebook over and over again was there were conflicts of interest between what was good for the public and what was good for Facebook. And Facebook over and over again chose to optimize for its own interests, like making more money, Hagen told 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley quoted one internal Facebook document as saying, quote, "We have evidence from a variety of sources that hate speech, divisive political speech, and misinformation on Facebook and the family of apps are affecting societies around the world." About a month ago, Hagen filed at least 8 complaints with the SEC, alleging the company is hiding research about its shortcomings from investors and the public. She shared the documents with the Wall Street Journal, which published a multi-part investigation showing Facebook was aware of problems with its apps, including the negative effects of misinformation and the harm caused especially to young girls by Instagram. If you're interested in that specifically, check out some of Jonathan Haidt's work on the effect of social media, not just on young people in general, but disproportionately on young girls, something he's worked on quite a bit. Hagen, who started at Facebook in 2019, is set to testify today before the Senate Subcommittee on Consumer Protection, Product Safety, and Data Security. I've seen a bunch of social networks, and it was substantially worse at Facebook than anything I've seen before. At some point in 21, I realized I'm going to have to do this in a systemic way, that I'm going to have to get out enough documents that no one can question this is real. Facebook has pushed back against reports claiming the claims are misleading and arguing its apps do more good than harm. So we're going to get back to that in a moment. Simultaneously, almost with the unveiling of this whistleblower, Facebook suffering its worst outage since 2008, pulling down Instagram, pulling down WhatsApp as well. Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp shut down for more than 6 hours on Monday. It marked the worst outage for the tech giant since 2008, when a bug knocked Facebook offline for about a day, but the service had only 80 million users back then. The outage was caused by, quote, configuration changes on the backbone routers, Facebook's VP of infrastructure, Santosh Janardhan, said in a blog post late Monday. As of the writing of this article, some of the services are not yet fully functioning. For example, some users are still reporting problems posting new content to Instagram. All 3 platforms stopped working shortly before noon when websites and apps for Facebook services were responding with server errors. Reports on downdetector.com showed the outages appeared to be widespread. Okay, so a bunch of interesting things here. The first thing is, again, are these two stories connected? Is this a lie? Is Facebook just straight up lying? And they pulled down access to their platforms specifically to prevent the spread of the information about the whistleblower. I don't know. I mean, this is one of those things where there are people who will say, obviously not. That's obviously not what happened. Others who will say, of course, that's what happened. This is an outage of this degree is so rare that the idea that it would just be a coincidence is essentially impossible. And then people with opinions in between. I don't know. All I can tell you is the timing is interesting. Now, what was more interesting is that I missed nothing from these platforms being down. And what I mean by that is, okay, I was working. I don't really do Facebook during the day. It didn't affect me negatively in any way that Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp were down for this period of time. Now, maybe if it had been a Saturday when I might just be chatting with people on some of these platforms, maybe it would have been different. It did affect our team. We upload content to these platforms. We were unable to do so. It kind of threw for a loop our entire day. But it is very interesting to get perspective sometimes on the importance we believe that these apps have and then what they really have when they are missing. Now, WhatsApp is relied upon in many countries as the default messaging app. And I am on a bunch of WhatsApp threads with people in other countries, Argentina and elsewhere. Obviously, those weren't working. I'm not using that to communicate things of paramount importance. Many people are, and it affected them significantly. Now, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is using what happened yesterday as an opportunity to say, break these companies up. There's no reason WhatsApp should have to be down because Facebook's down, other than Facebook bought WhatsApp because it saw WhatsApp as a competitor. We will deal with that on the bonus show. But in the meantime, let me know your thoughts. Do you see the outage and the whistleblower unveiling as connected or merely coincidental? One of our sponsors is Four Sigmatic, the company best known for their delicious mushroom coffee. Four Sigmatic's mushroom coffee is organic, fair trade, single origin Arabica coffee with both lion's mane and chaga mushrooms. Chaga mushrooms have actually been shown to have potential in supporting the immune system in peer-reviewed studies. I've been drinking Four Sigmatic coffee a lot lately. It actually doesn't taste anything like mushrooms. It just tastes like any delicious coffee, but it's really easy on my stomach, doesn't give me any jittery feeling or a midday crash. And they have over 20,000 five-star reviews. And best of all, if you don't love it, you'll get 100% of your money back because they stand behind their product. You've got nothing to lose by giving it a try. Four Sigmatic is giving my audience up to 40% off and free shipping when you go to foursigmatic.com/Pacman. The link is right underneath this video.